We are going to begin with a story of panic and fear that has become all too familiar in this country. Shots fired inside a school, this time in North Texas. And it started with a fight, then gunshots. 4 people were hurt, including one student who was critically wounded, and the gunman fled the scene. Students and teachers took cover. Police descended on the high school in a massive show of force, searching room by room to make sure the threat had passed. And as word spread, anxious parents gathered as close to the school as they could get to wait for news. The students were later evacuated by bus. Hours later, the suspect, who's 18 years old, turned himself in, and tonight he faces multiple charges. CBS's Mireya Villarreal is going to lead us off tonight from Arlington, Texas, with new reporting. Good evening, Mireya.
Good evening, Nora. One of the victims was a teacher. His sister posting on social media this afternoon that the bullet that hit him barely missed his aorta. He has broken ribs and a collapsed lung, but he is expected to pull through. Chaos at Timberview High School after calls came in this morning of an active shooter. Heavily armed SWAT teams rushed to the scene and entered the building looking for the suspect who had fled. Arlington police say 18-year-old Timothy Simpkins was involved in a fight with another student. At some point during the fight, he drew a weapon and started shooting.
Just based on the information, I know there were more than 2 or 3 shots that were fired.
The shooting left 4 people hurt, 3 of them hospitalized. One, English teacher Calvin Pettit, was rushed into surgery. Panicked students and staff barricaded doors with their desks and hid inside their classrooms. Dale Topham was teaching close by.
So my mindset was, if somebody gets through that barricade, which they won't, but if they do, if they want to hurt one of these students, they're going to have to take me out first.
You can see the fear in this conversation between a student and her mother, saying, "Mom, there's a shooting. Please, I'm scared." So far this year, there have been 21 school shootings, 80 since 2018. Last year, during the COVID-19 pandemic, when most kids were doing remote learning, there were 10. After a short manhunt, Simpkins turned himself in with his attorney this afternoon. The weapon allegedly used in the shooting found 2 miles from the school. There is video of that original fight that is circulating on social media, and it has been shared with police. But students are saying right now that the kid that is getting beat up in that video is actually the suspect. He is now facing several charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Nora.
Mireya Villarreal, thank you.